Have you ever wondered that what your late ancestors did throughout their lives could have influenced who you are today? Today we'll be introducing epigenetics, a concept that has wedged itself between the nature versus nurture debate and provided a whole new idea to genetics. To answer the question of what epigenetics is, we have to establish that DNA is the blueprint that designs a cell's architecture and function. Taking a look at the cells in our body, every one of them contains the same DNA. Wouldn't this make them identical? Yet, there's hundreds of different types of cells: neurons, red blood cells, and kidney cells. The reason cells know to transform into their destined type is through a system that regulates genes without messing or altering the DNA code. This is known as epigenetics. All cells begin as stem cells without any specialization and contain the genetic potential to become any type of cell. To differentiate, the epigenome must be activated. What this can do is turn on certain genes required for that specific cell, while turning off the unnecessary ones. At the molecular level, there are two ways to turn genes on and off. One is by attaching a chemical called a methyl group directly to the gene and rendering it invisible to the cell's machinery. They just keep on floating by. The other method is where this time an acetyl group loosens the DNA wrapped around the proteins called histones. When DNA is very tightly bound, it also becomes hidden since it's no longer accessible to that machinery. We see another example of epigenetics when looking at twins. Identical twins contain 100% of the same DNA, yet they still have differences in their personalities, structure, and susceptibility to diseases. And these differences increase with time. The epigenome is vulnerable to changes based on the environment, such as exposure to toxins, high levels of stress, and an unhealthy diet. This means, as the twins age and experience different environmental influences, their genetic expression will get further and further from what it was at birth. Not only this, but these variations in gene expression, including the ones that lead to disease, can be passed down to future generations if they occur in the sperm or egg cells. In this way, we hold a responsibility throughout our lives for our children and grandchildren to protect our epigenome when we're the ancestor.